Toronto Masters 2023, Casper Ruud's impressive win over Nuno Borges. Major shakeups and big names battling for survival. The Toronto Masters has reached a fever pitch as fans eagerly watch some of the world's best tennis players vie for a spot in the quarterfinals. But here's where it gets interesting. The draw is packed with surprise results and plenty of drama, keeping everyone guessing until the very last point. In one of the highlight matches, Norway's Casper Ruud, seeded 8th in the tournament, overcame Portugal's Nuno Borges, seeded 30th, with a determined 7-5, 6-4 victory. With this win at the Aviva Centre on Thursday, Ruud has booked his place in the tournament's last 16. He currently sits at number 13 in the world rankings, and is now preparing to face Russia's Karen Khachanov, who is the 11th seed. Their upcoming matchup is already sparking conversations about who will advance, as both are known for their resilience under pressure. Before dispatching Borges, Ruud had already shown his dominance by defeating Russian Roman Safiullin with a convincing 6-3, 6-3 scoreline in the previous round. On the other side of the net, Borges, ranked 42nd in the world, earned his spot in this round after a hard-fought win against Argentina's Facundo Bagnis, a qualifier, where Borges clawed back from a set down to win 5-7, 7-6-3, 6-2. This serves as a classic example of how, in tennis, momentum can shift unexpectedly and rankings don't always tell the full story. And this is the part most fans overlook. Several other high-profile and up-and-coming players are still in the race, making this year's event particularly unpredictable. Here are some of the third-round showdowns on the hard courts of the Aviva Centre, with prize money totaling an impressive $9,193,540. Brandon Nakashima versus Ben Shelton, Gabriel Diallo versus Taylor Fritz, Flavio Cobolli versus Fabian Morozin, Christopher O'Connell versus Alex de Minaur, Francis Tiafoe versus Alexander Vukic, Arthur Fils versus Jiri Lehecka, Andrei Rublev versus Lorenzo Sonego, Alejandro Davidovich Fokina versus Jakub Mensik, Daniil Medvedev versus Alexei Popyrin, Alexander Zverev versus Matteo Arnaldi, Alexandra Muller versus Holger Rune, Lerner Tien versus Riley Opelka. And let's not forget these recent results. Francisco Cerundolo, 14th seed, handled Tomas Martin Echeverry with a solid 6-3, 6-4 win. Alex Michelsen, seeded 26th, pulled off a 3-set victory against the 3rd seed Lorenzo Musetti, 3-6, 7-6, 4, 6-4. That upset has certainly sparked some debate. Karen Khachanov battled from behind to overcome qualifier Emilio Navar with a scoreline of 6-7, 6, 6-4, 6-1, demonstrating why he remains a dark horse in this competition. But here's a point open for debate. Are tournament seedings really a reliable predictor of match outcomes, given so many lower-ranked players are upsetting established stars? Or is this chaotic unpredictability exactly what keeps the sport so thrilling? What's your take? Do seedings still matter? Or are we seeing a new era where grit and momentum outweigh rankings? Join the conversation below and let us know where you stand. Casper Ruud's unexpected advantage at the Canadian Open. Casper Ruud believes he has a surprising edge at the Canadian Open that most people wouldn't anticipate. The Norwegian tennis star advanced to the 4th round in Toronto after a straight sets triumph over Nuno Borges, setting up a clash with 11th seed Karen Khachanov. Ruud, a former world number 2, is making an impressive comeback following a knee injury that forced him to miss Wimbledon and the entire grass swing earlier this year. Despite his topspin-heavy playing style, which may not seem suited for Toronto's fast courts, Ruud thinks his low error rate gives him an unexpected advantage. He aims to maintain this momentum against Khachanov, an opponent he has never lost to before, with their last meeting being in the 2022 US Open semi-final, where Ruud emerged victorious in 4 sets.